This article is being read by an automated voice. Chapter 5.5 Australian Market Data Stores and Industrial Sites Using Natural Refrigerants. Total Addressable Market. There were an estimated 4,295 supermarkets and grocery stores in Australia as of mid-2023. Data was not gathered for convenience stores because our survey respondents only reported on transcritical CO2 installations in Australian supermarkets. The retail market today. As of December 2024, there were an estimated 330 supermarkets using transcritical CO2 systems in Australia. The market penetration of transcritical CO2 in the Australian supermarket sector is 7.7%. With 20 industrial site installations, the total number of transcritical CO2 installations in Australia was 350. Three of Australia's biggest supermarket operators, Aldi, Coles, and Woolworths, all have policies stating a commitment to installing transcritical CO2 systems in new stores and in major retrofits when possible. Integrated designs are popular, with survey respondents reporting many of their transcritical CO2 systems also provide domestic hot water, with a smaller percentage reporting that their systems can provide space heating and cooling. In addition to transcritical CO2 racks, survey respondents reported that smaller format stores are using CO2 condensing units, and that CO2 heat pumps are increasingly being looked at as a replacement for natural gas boilers. A small number of CO2-based water loop systems are also in use, including at an Aldi in Melbourne. Hydrocarbon cases are in stores, although not in great numbers. The exception is Aldi, which exclusively uses R290-based freezers. Hydrocarbon chillers are also being trialed too. HFC CO2 cascade systems were first installed in Australian supermarkets in 2005, with the first transcritical CO2 system for a grocery store commissioned in 2007. As of December 2024, more than 700 supermarkets were estimated to use subcritical and some HFC CO2 cascade systems. Behind the numbers, Woolworths is one of the leading users of transcritical CO2 refrigeration in Australia's commercial sector. In April 2024, the retailer celebrated the opening of its 100th transcritical CO2 store, with the company's first such store opening in 2017. Woolworths began using CO2 refrigeration in 2006 when it installed its first R134A CO2 cascade system. As of December 2024, Woolworths confirmed to Atmosphere that it operates approximately 1,150 stores, including convenience stores with 125 using transcritical CO2 systems, 65 of which are integrated systems. 43 provide space heating and 22 provide space heating and cooling. The company also has a CO2 water loop system in operation. Along with CO2, Woolworths has installed 269 plug-in R290 cases and employs 2 R290 chillers. A total of 407 stores use HFC CO2 cascade systems. Coles stated in its 2024 sustainability report that 78 of its supermarkets used natural refrigerants as of September 2024. The company also said it is trialing the reuse of waste heat from natural refrigerant-based refrigeration systems to provide space heating. In addition, Coles installed an experimental CO2 system equipped with a dew point cooler to increase efficiency at a store in South Australia in 2023. Manufacturers are enabling the transition to transcritical CO2 through local production. Bitzer Australia entered the CO2 refrigeration systems market in 2004. End users looking for local systems gained another option in June 2024 when SCM Ref Australia launched a new transcritical CO2 rack designed for small and medium-sized stores. 225 optional add-ons include heat recovery, air conditioning load, and ejectors for added system efficiency. The government is also showing support for natural refrigerant-based systems. In 2024, Japanese manufacturer Itomic announced that its air-to-water CO2 heat pump was eligible for state rebates in New South Wales and Victoria when it replaced a gas boiler or electric resistance element. Hot Water System. 226. Automatic Heating, the heat pump's local distributor, reported that 10 supermarkets installed the units in 2023. The industrial transcritical CO2 market today. As of December 2024, there were an estimated 20 industrial sites using transcritical CO2 systems in Australia's industrial refrigeration sector. One survey respondent reported that industrial transcritical CO2 systems are mostly found in smaller cold storage facilities. Behind the numbers. Transcritical CO2 is still finding its footing in Australia's industrial refrigeration sector, with Inderpal Sond, Business Development Director APAC for Bayer Ref Australia, noting at ARBS 2022 that ammonia systems are providing stiff competition. Of the 20 transcritical CO2 sites, one is a warehouse operated by a food wholesaler in New South Wales, which opened in 2021. Its system has 11 compressors and a total capacity of 256 kilowatts, or 72.8 tons of refrigeration. This includes 108 kilowatts, or 30.7 tons of refrigeration, of low temperature capacity at negative 25 degrees Celsius, or negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit, and 148 kilowatts, or 42.1 tons of refrigeration, of medium temperature capacity at negative 7 degrees Celsius, or negative 19 degrees Fahrenheit. The industrial low-charge ammonia market today. As of December 2024, there were an estimated 60 industrial sites using low-charge ammonia systems in Australia's industrial refrigeration sector. Survey respondents indicated that the majority of low-charge ammonia installations are central systems. Behind the numbers, Scantech Refrigeration Technologies is one of the leading providers of low-charge ammonia systems in Australia, offering both central and packaged systems. Managing Director Stefan Jensen said in May 2024 that Scantech has a full order book for the 2024 to 2025 financial year, and a little beyond for its low-charge ammonia systems. He noted that the company can roughly produce 8 to 25 low-charge ammonia systems per year, depending on the project size. GEA is also seeing increased demand for low-charge ammonia in Australia. Greg Clements, head of sales for compression at the German manufacturer, said at ARBS 2024 that the industrial refrigeration sector boomed during the pandemic. If you look at what's happened in the last 2 to 3 years, low-charge ammonia is at the forefront, no question, he said. Jensen said in 2021 that one of the main barriers to the increased uptake of natural refrigerants in the Australian industrial sector is an environment where the lowest capital cost is often installed to the detriment of energy efficiency. He added 2 new roadblocks in 2024, a lack of policy direction for HFO refrigerants that degenerate into PFAS, and a lack of properly trained personnel.